Hello and welcome to the news at 5. I'm Olumide Macaulay. Thank you for joining us. No fewer than 30 people have reportedly lost their lives. That is 30 people, while about 40 others sustained various degrees of injury in a tragic tanker explosion that occurred this morning in Niger State. The incident happened around 11 a.m. at the Essa Badegi communities along the Bida Agai Road in Kacha local government area of the state. Eyewitnesses say the victims were scooping fuel from a fallen tanker when the vehicle suddenly exploded, setting up a massive fireball that engulfed scores of people. Many of the victims were said to have been burnt beyond recognition, while the injured were evacuated to nearby hospitals for treatment. Confirming the incident, the chairman of the Niger State Tanker Drivers Association, Comrade Farouk Kawo, described the tragedy as devastating and avoidable. According to him, the ill-fated tanker was conveying petroleum product from Lagos to the northern parts of the country. When it crashed, he lamented that over 30 tanker accidents have been recorded along that route in October alone, blaming the high rate of crashes on the deplorable state of the road. Efforts to obtain a reaction from the Director General of the Niger State Emergency Management Agency, Abdullahi Babara, were unsuccessful, as calls put through to his phone were not answered as at the time of the filing of this report. A magistrate court sitting in Kuje, Abuja, has remanded Mr. Kanu, the brother of the detained indigenous people of Biafra leader Nnamdi Kanu, alongside his lawyer, Aloy Ejimako. The Force Public Relations Officer, CSP Benjamin Udein, who confirmed the detention, says the duo were arraigned for violating a court order which restrained protests around the three-armed zone. The Nigeria police had arraigned Mr. Ejimako, Emmanuel Kanu, and 10 others on a protest held in Abuja on Monday on a two-count charge of inciting disturbance and the breach of public peace. According to the charge sheet, the suspects allegedly obstructed the free flow of traffic, denied other citizens their right to movement, and chanted war songs while demanding the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Also at the courts this time, Justice Mohammed Umar of the Federal High Court, Abuja, has shifted the trial of Senator Natasha on alleged cybercrime to November the 24th. Justice Umar had fixed on Monday, October the 20th, for the commencement of the trial, but that was stalled due to the protest organized by Mr. Amoyele Sowore to demand the release of Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of IPOB. Now, the matter was, however, fixed for November 24th, when activities at the court resumed on Tuesday, today. The judge had on September the 22nd fixed today for the hearing after the trial, which was stalled owing to the objection raised by the defendant. Senator Akpoti-Rahan was arraigned on June 30th on a 6-count charge filed by the Director of Public Prosecution of the Federation, Mohammed Abubakar. She was granted bail, following which Justice Umar adjourned till September the 22nd for the commencement of trial. Away from the courts to education, the National Universities Commission, the NJC, has granted operational license to the Imo State government to operate its 4th state university. The Executive Secretary of the Commission, Professor Abdullahi Ribadu, presented the operating license, recognizing the University of Innovation, Science and Technology, Imo State, to Governor Hope Uzodinma in Abuja. Professor Ribadu, while announcing that the new university becomes the 70th state university and 301st university in Nigeria, explains that the establishment is a bold and strategic step that reflects strong commitment to empowering youth, developing the workforce, and promoting knowledge-driven growth across Imo State.
This occasion is a testament to the state's commitment to education, as well as a reflection of our collective resolve to expand access to quality university education for all Nigerians. The National Universities Commission remains dedicated to ensuring that our higher education sector meets the highest standards of academic excellence, and the approval of this university shall be in line with our mandate to regulate and maintain quality assurance in the Nigerian university system. Imo State has a rich and evolving higher education landscape. with institutions that drive academic excellence, research, and community development. The state is home to 7 notable universities currently, 2 federal, 3 states, and 2 private, along with several other tertiary institutions.
Governor Opuzodinma, in his remarks, says the state has an army of young men and women who desire to be properly educated in order to support the economic and political growth of the state.
It is indeed a very big honor for me, the opportunity to show gratitude to the management and staff of NDLEA for acceding to our request, recognizing formally the University of Innovation, Science and Technology of Moma. In our quest to broaden education and create a wider access to our growing youth population, as also as a measure for engaging our youth population into molding a very excellent career and character for themselves.
The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, the NDLEA, has launched a digital platform that will help make its drug integrity test and visa clearance processes more seamless, more accessible, and ultimately curb the scourge of substance abuse and illicit drug trafficking in Nigeria. Speaking at the official launch of the portal in Abuja, the Secretary of the agency, Mr. Shadrach Haruna, who unveiled the portal on behalf of the Director General of the agency, Brigadier General Buba Marwa, declared that the symbolic launch signifies a paradigm shift in the agency's fight against the scourge of substance abuse and illicit drug trafficking.
Today, we take a giant leap forward in digitalizing our processes, enhancing security, and delivering unparalleled service to the Nigerian public with the official launch of NDLEA Drug Integrity Test and Visa Clearance e-administration system. For years, the process of obtaining an NDLEA Visa Clearance certificate required by certain source and transit countries has been characterized by documentation, physical appearances, and lengthy verification process. This manual process was no doubt prone to human interference, delays, and a host of other issues. With the flag off of the online visa clearance portal today, we are bringing an end to those bottlenecks. The system delivers automation across all processes and operations associated with the administration of drug integrity tests and visa clearance with interfaces for effective collaboration with partner agencies.
Members of the Joint Task Force working alongside local hunters and vigilante groups have apprehended 2 suspected bandits and some doctors treating the bandits during a raid in a community in Kababunu local government area of Kogi State. The special advisor to Governor Usman Ododo, retired Commander Jerry Omodara, provided the details during a press briefing after leading a raid on a criminal hideout in the community. He warns criminals to either surrender or leave the state, stating that the government will deal decisively with any gangs caught in the state.
Following the rise in cases of criminality in parts of Kogi State, officials of the state government are raiding communities and areas known to serve as hideouts for criminals. The raid is in fulfillment of the state government's promise to address rising cases of insecurity in the state. Acting on intelligence, a combined team of military, police, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps and civilian volunteers, led by the special advisor Jerry Omodara, stormed this community in Kababunu local government area. The community is notorious for harboring criminals, where different camps of bandits, kidnappers and other criminals are taking cover. After cordoning the area, the team storms a camp and made some arrests.
I received an intel that we have some of those that we have confronted in the fight against banditry in Kogi State, that 2 of them were receiving treatment in a settlement around Aheri in Bunun local government, Kababun local government. And in a swift reaction, before 4:30 a.m., I've deployed people here. We deployed some of our hunters and vigilantes here to ensure that the information don't spread and they don't escape. We are here now. You have know how far we have gone into the forest. Since morning we've been on the road to get to the deep of this forest. The house you are seeing there, that was where one of them was picked. And the second one was picked in another house. You see, we've been able to saturate everywhere that it is difficult to treat them inside the town again. And we are arresting, fake doctors or doctors that are treating them. That is why they could choose a remote place like this to treat them. And by the time after their treatment, you see them back to the business. We are not going to allow it. And that is why the governor said, get down to this place and demolish the house. And the houses, they are here. Can you see anybody here? They have disappeared.
A suspect with gunshot injuries arrested at the camp confessed to participating in operations against security formations, one of which led to his injuries. Suspects comprising local doctors and victims with injuries were also arrested by the security team.
The blueprint for generational wealth is not just about making money, it's about having a lasting legacy. That's the call from Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, urging well-meaning Nigerians to invest their resources in projects that will outlive them. It was part of his message at the official commissioning of the Kensington Adebutu Research Center at the College of Medicine, University of Lagos, an event that coincided with the donor's 90th birthday celebration. Our correspondent Chris Elms reports.
It's a gathering of Nigerians of note, honoring a nonagenarian's profound gift to education, a magnificent new edifice on the College of Medicine, University of Lagos. Also present to be part of this landmark commissioning is Governor Sanwo-Olu, as well as the Minister of Education, Tunji Alausa. The real star of the day, beaming at 90, Sir Kensington Adebutu, the financier of this project alongside his wife, is obviously looking forward to an eventful day.
Please put your hands together for them.
The Provost of the College of Medicine wasted no time expressing gratitude, calling the facility a launch pad for groundbreaking research.
This KAARC is an edifice meant to meet the yearning needs of the basic science world-class animal holding center for biomedical research and clinical trials and other clinical-based research spread across disciplines.
The Minister of Education echoes this sentiment, describing the donation in glowing terms and challenging other Nigerians to partner the government to build critical national assets.
Education is not the responsibility of government. We must collaborate, we must partner. Every act of giving, whether through infrastructure, scholarship, or endowments, helps build the foundation of a stronger and more equitable nation.
For Pa Kensington Adebutu, the center holds great significance as it celebrates its 90th birthday.
This center is not just a physical structure. It symbolizes a lifetime of divine favor, guidance, and purpose. It also represents the realization of long-held vision, a deep commitment to improving healthcare and advancing medical research in our beloved country.
While the keynote presentation emphasizes the future of research and the potential impact on society, An obviously grateful Governor Sanwo-Olu encourages Nigerians to toll the path of great minds such as Pa Adebutu.
We want to thank you, sir. We want to say that what you are about is about ensuring that we, the younger ones, can be inspired. We can be encouraged that the spirit of philanthropy and giving is not a wasteful spend. It is a work of humanity.
The icing on the birthday cake is the official unveiling of the Kensington Adebukunla Adebutu Research Center to the nation.
Amen.
The research center is dedicated to cutting-edge research, innovation, and training of exceptional minds who will shape the future of medicine, not just in Nigeria, but beyond. Chris Elems, Channels Television News.
You're watching the news at 5. Coming up, the Zamfara state government, in tandem with CRISL, works on a policy towards landscape management that's integrated. Welcome back to the news at 5. The Zamfara state government, in collaboration with the Zamfara Agro-Climatic Resilience in Semi-Arid Landscapes CRISL project, has organized a one-day high-level workshop on the preparation of a policy on integrated landscape management. The workshop held in Gusau brought together top government officials, civil society organizations, environmental specialists, and other key stakeholders to deliberate on the development of a comprehensive landscape policy for the state.
This is a high-level workshop put together by the Zamfara state government in collaboration with the Agro-Climatic Resilience in Semi-Arid Landscapes project CRISL in preparation for the development of a comprehensive policy on integrated landscape management. The objective is to create awareness among civil society organizations, environmental specialists, and other key stakeholders on the importance of adopting an integrated approach to managing land, water, and natural resources in the face of climate change and environmental degradation. Top officials in the Zamfara Ministry of Environment stressed the state government's commitment to implementing the ILM policy to enhance environmental resilience, boost agricultural productivity, and protect vulnerable communities.
Our objectives is to build consensus among stakeholders on key issues and challenges affecting landscape management in the state. Also to strengthen partnership and collaboration among stakeholders, including government agencies, civil society organizations, private sectors, and community groups.
The policy is seen as crucial in ensuring sustainable use of the state's natural resources and tackling issues such as deforestation, desertification, and erosion.
We have a lot of laws with regard to forestry, land, environmental policies, and what have you. Most of these policies are somehow obsolete. So this intervention is targeted to at least improve and review these obsolete policies. So at the end of the day, we will have a very good, sustainable landscape management policy for Zamfara State.
At any point in time, if you are living in environments, not only environment, even at individual level, if you don't have any plan that you use as a guide for your operations, invariably you are likely not to have achievements. So this very policy is going to be the roadmap for the entire coordination of the integrated land management, landscape management for Zamfara State, because we are going to set a timeline for the document. That timeline will be from 2026 to 2028.
At the end of the meeting, stakeholders resolved to work collectively for a practical policy document that will guide environmental and land use practices in the state for years to come.
Meanwhile, the Kaduna state government, in collaboration with the African Development Agency, have started a new partnership for Africa's development and have empowered 400 smallholder farmers with vital agricultural input to boost food production and ensure food security. Speaking at the distribution of farm inputs to beneficiaries, Governor Obasani, represented by his Chief of Staff, Sani Kila, reaffirmed his administration's commitment to empowering smallholder farmers and enhancing agricultural productivity across Kaduna, emphasizing that it remains the backbone of the economy and a key driver of growth.
The empowerment program brings together smallholder farmers, government officials, and representatives of NDLEA, all expressing commitment to strengthening the agricultural value chain in Kaduna State. The initiative is part of the Kaduna State government's broader agricultural transformation agenda aimed at reducing poverty, creating jobs, and achieving food sufficiency.
Today's flag-off ceremony signifies the transition from training to action, where our smallholder farmers will receive the input packages required to put their new knowledge into practice. These inputs will support both field crop production, that is maize combined with cowpea and maize combined with soybeans, as well as backyard vegetable farming, coming as tomato and sweet pepper, across 23 local government areas of the state, promoting both food and income security at the grassroots level.
This collaboration with NDLEA is designed to promote climate-smart agriculture and enable women and youth to get access to farm inputs, such as water storage facilities and seedlings for dry season farming.
Beneficiaries from various local governments, Zaria, Sabakari, Kaduna South, and Jama, have also been specifically targeted and trained in backyard farming technique, promoting urban food security and sustainable livelihoods even within the city spaces. Today, we are distributing critical agricultural inputs, including inputs for maize, cowpea, soybeans, sweet pepper, and tomatoes.
As part of the deal, the state government has already provided counterpart funding that enabled the program's expansion to all the 23 local government areas of Kaduna State. Nevertheless, the state government promises continuous support to smallholder farmers with modern tools, seeds, and fertilizers.
We are flagging off the distribution of vital agricultural inputs, including seeds, fertilizers, and other essential materials to strengthen productivity, ensure food security, and improve the livelihoods of our rural communities.
With the distribution of these agricultural inputs, the Kaduna State government and NDLEA hope to strengthen the resilience of smallholder farmers and contribute to national food security.
Welcome to Business News. We begin with the Debt Management Office, the DMO, who've given clarity to the federal government's proposed $2.35 billion external borrowing plan. According to the Director General of the DMO, Patience Oniha, the fresh borrowing is a strategic combination of new financing for the 2025 budget and a proactive measure to refinance maturing Euro bonds. She explained that the 2025 budget has new 1.8 trillion naira, that's $1.2 billion in new external borrowing, and $1.118 billion maturing by the end of November. The DMO boss explained that refinancing maturing Euro bonds through fresh borrowing is a standard practice in international debt markets and helps Nigeria avoid default while maintaining investor confidence. While acknowledging the need to manage domestic debt pressure, Ms. Aniha dismissed the notion that Nigeria was turning away from concessional financing. President Bola Tinubu has asked the judiciary to intensify its understanding of blockchain technology, cryptocurrency, and other emerging digital systems in order to effectively tackle sophisticated financial crime. The president made the call at the EFCC National Judicial Institute NJI workshop for justices and judges in Abuja, where he was represented by Vice President Kashim Shettima. He emphasized that the judiciary must embrace technology-driven learning, not only to expedite action, but also to stay ahead of sophisticated financial networks that exploit gaps in digital literacy. President Tinubu added that justice delivery in the digital age must evolve beyond traditional methods to meet the realities of cryptocurrency-related fraud and cyber-enabled financial crime. Nigeria's Tier 1 banks recorded a combined 209.34 billion naira in revenue from electronic banking services such as mobile and internet banking, point-of-sale, POS transactions, automated teller machines, and debit and credit card transactions in the first half of this year. However, this represents a 2.64% decline from the 215.01 billion naira e-business income generated in the same period of last year. Data from the half-year 2025 financial statements from 4 major banks, Guarantee Trust Holding Company, JITCO, PLC, United Bank for Africa, UBA, PLC, First Holdings, PLC, Zenith Bank, PLC, reveal a mixed performance amongst the digital banking segment. Amongst the 4 lenders, only First Holdings recorded an increase in electronic banking revenue year-on-year, while its peers experienced decline. The drop reflects growing competition from nimble fintech operators and persistent operational challenges affecting the bank's digital platforms. Market analysts attribute the overall slowdown to the rapid expansion of fintech firms such as OPay, PalmPay, and MoneyPoint, which continue to attract a growing share of digital transactions. That's it on the news at 5. Thank you for watching. I'm Olumide Macaulay.